All right, we're back. Good morning. It's almost noon actually, but I guess it's still morning and it's a beautiful day outside. Um, I wanted to do a recap about last night with the Kensington Unplugged Montreal version at l'Hémisphère Gauche. Um, yeah. What? It is so funny because you can see the difference in highs and lows of my energy, which is hilarious to me from like my previous video of me before the show feeling neutral. Because I was overthinking. Oh my God. I There needs to be a cure for rising Virgos. Oh, my alarm just went off. There needs to be a cure for rising Virgos. I swear to God. We overthink so much. And I'm a Venus in Virgo, so it's like double whammy. Sedate me. Don't. And yeah, so I had no idea what to expect. This was a first time experience, all thanks to Dylan again, because he's the one that like mentioned the event and they were looking for one more person. And it just ended up being me. So everything was serendipitous, synchronicity, whatever you want to call it, which is really nice. And so initially, when the organizer was talking about singing on stage with three other people and I had to like choose 3 to 4 songs, I was overthinking everything. Like, I spent so much time writing down my songs on a piece of paper with the chords and everything. And I was thinking to myself, it's going to be a shit show. I don't know how, unless they're like profoundly technical and like good with music theory, it's going to be fine. Or if they're like jazz trained or just like really good at music, it'll be fine. But if they're like me and they, never studied music, I started playing in 2019, mind you. I was always writing. I've been writing since I know how to write, okay, even with my dyslexia or like bilingualism or whatever you want to call it. But actually, like playing an instrument while, with the words, different story. I decided to go early. I met with my friend Billy, who you guys might have seen on like some food vlogs that we've done together. Billy's super sweet. He works with Diary of a Social Gal. He is a photographer. He works a lot of events in Montreal. Really, really sweet person and such a good friend and very supportive. I met with him. Oh, wait, before I get into this, I will mention the name in like a different video, but I was inclined to go into this guitar shop near the Beaubien Metro that has like all the rock stars images. It's an Italian owned shop. I love Italians. Italians are always grazie mille. Like, I love you guys. You are always so supportive and helpful, and yeah, I'm so grateful. So I went into the shop because my acoustic guitar, for those who know, it wasn't the battery died. I didn't know it was a thing. So if you're new to music and you get an acoustic electric, you're gonna be like, oh, why is my guitar doing alien sounds, or it's not playing anymore, electrically speaking. The battery died. I called a shop nearby and they were like, yeah, it's like $30 to start with, and then it's $2 an hour, like a minute, $2 per minute. And I don't know how much time it's gonna take. And like, oh, like our guy's so busy. Fuck you. Okay, eat shit, literally. I went into the store, Steve, his name is Steve, angel sent from Earth. I had an inclination. This is my grandma, Sagittarian. My grandma's on my necklace. My grandpa, who's a Taurus, used to wear this all the time for her. But anyways, going to the store, Steve, I say, I just want to know, because I'm on my way to a show, but my guitar doesn't work, and I'm like freaking out. And it's gonna be lame like last time, because if people talk, like, I'm gonna be devastated and not as confident because things aren't working properly. Even though they said I could borrow someone else's guitar, they were really nice about that. So Steve looks at me and he's like, oh, I got you. Like, I'll change it. I'll change your battery right now. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? He's like, yeah, it'll cost $9 plus tax. You just have to buy the battery and I'll change it right now. I'm like, how? What? Took him 2 seconds. Okay. exaggeration. It took him 15 seconds. 15 seconds. It'll be 2 minutes. Fuck you. I'm gonna call that place and be like, you guys are scammers. You don't care about music. You just care about money. What do you mean $30 to start and then $2 a minute? Eat my dick. I don't have a dick, but eat my dick. You know what I mean? It just feels nice to say that. Eat it. Steve is an angel. I literally almost cried. I told him, you have no idea how happy you just made me. Seriously, wow. Went to the show for the 4 p.m. people to see how they were proceeding. I felt so relieved. Ugh. First of all, the bar is really well structured for shows. I'm definitely going to reach out to them to maybe perform like a solo show and just like put posters everywhere and be like, come to my show, and like go in the street and be like, in the 90s, come to my show, like support me, and then like pass a tip jar. And yeah, the Kensington Unplugged, it was so nice. It was such a great experience. Outside of my comfort zone, didn't know what to expect. I just believed in myself that I was going to be good. I can play 4 of my songs quite confidently. More than 4, actually. You know what I mean? And I, funnily enough, did not play the songs that I told you that I was going to play. So I started with Look at My Pretty Flower. I was like, you know what? Let me start off strong. Let me start off strong here. Initially, I wanted to play Voices because it's like, oh, this is a first. That was my first song. It's kind of cliche, like maybe I'm an alien, you know, and all those basic social issues, political issues, whatever. And I'm like, predictable. And I wasn't really feeling it. So I'm like, why am I going to sing a song if I'm not feeling it? So Look at My Pretty Flower. And then I'm so happy. I'm so grateful because I have such beautiful women in my life, beautiful friends who are ambitious, they're bold, they're outspoken, they have strong boundaries, they don't take shit from no one, okay? I love the women in my life. They're so inspiring and so colorful and just beautiful and supportive, and there's no competition. There's no talking bad about each other and, you know, checking up on each other, being there for one another. I'm just really, really grateful. And so the first one to come in is Alice. And it's just like I'm on stage and I see my friend come in and immediately, and it's really cool too because it's for the second time in my life, I wasn't nervous to perform. Normally I'm like always nervous. I kind of feel like I'm gonna shit my pants, and I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm like, and yeah, there's like nerves. Nerves are always there, like they're always there, but it's excitement, you know, like you're not always nervous. Sometimes we confuse nervousness with excitement, and so I was excited and electric, and I'm like, ooh, I can't wait I'm looking forward to singing and performing. And so my friend comes in, I feel so uplifted, and she looks amazing as always. And then my beautiful friends, Vitalia and Marie-Michel, come in, and it's literally, it just felt like the sunlight came into my laundry's done. There's always something, but like it just felt like the sunlight came into the bar. And I was sitting alongside some really amazing people that were really kind, and you know, I thought they were gonna sing my songs and everything with me, but they don't know my songs, and like it was but they were really cool, and yeah, it went really well, and now I'm like, yay, I can't wait, I want to perform again. Like, do it again, yeah. And I love the reaction of people when I play Trash Man. So yeah, I played Look at My Pretty Flower and Trash Man, and then I finished with Plastic Bag, which is Unusual Feelings, just to be a little bit more uplifted. And then I'm not done. One second. I'm gonna do my laundry. Laundry's done. What was I saying? So yeah, I'm on stage and I see my beautiful friends come in, and it just felt like the sunlight shining. I couldn't stop smiling. And then I played Trash Man and everyone was really vibing to it. It's a fun song. It's a really fun song. It's a social critic also, and it's like one of those songs that's really smart, but people think it's really dumb, which I love because it is a joke. It's self-deprecating, but it's also an observation. There's multiple layers and there's multiple meanings to it if you're clever enough to get it. and um yeah, so thank you. I think Angelina is one of the people who is an organizer for the event of Kensington Unplugged, and there was Reuven also. Um, and then I would have to look up the names because I'm so bad with names. I just saw Angelina's name while doing my laundry, and that's why I was like, oh yeah, Angelina's, you know. So anyways, all that to say, it went really well. It was fun. And it goes to remind you, it really does. When you step out of your comfort zone, you realize that it wasn't that serious. Like, it wasn't that serious. All of your childhood wounds and trauma, you know, all those things they're like, you're not good enough, you're not this, it's not perfect. All the pressure that's invisible. And it comes back to the limiting beliefs with Macy Ann's class. Like, all those things are just stupid. It's silly. It's really silly how much pressure we put on ourselves for no reason whatsoever. And then you end up doing the thing that you were like, oh, and it's laughable. It's laughable. So I guess what I'm trying to say is the people that make it when it comes to their dreams, it's because they're continuously doing the thing that's uncomfortable. They're continuously stepping out of their comfort zone, putting themselves out there and trying and being rejected. I do acting. I've been rejected for the past 11 years, okay? I've been getting rejections for the past 11 years. You can't take it personally. You can't take it personally. It's not personal. And often you get a lot of good feedback, but they'll choose like a Nepo baby or someone who's already well known because they don't want to take a risk on someone they don't know, who's not famous, who doesn't come from the bloodline of the Pures, you know what I mean? That's a joke, by the way. I'm just kidding. I don't care if you're a Nepo baby per se. I do think you're a bad casting director, though, if you're constantly always hiring the same actors. I don't think you're a good casting director. Are those actors good? Yes, they're probably phenomenal. Why are you choosing the same people for the same projects all the time? Boring. And I'm not saying the movie's bad per se or boring per se, but if you get it, you get it. And if you don't get it, get the fuck off my page, because I'm not going to argue with someone who's constantly trying to misunderstand me. It just means that I'm not for you, so don't try to find me. I'm not to be found by you, peasant. And speaking of auditions, I have an audition today. I have to work on that. I'm really excited, really grateful. Always grateful when I get auditions. Grateful when I get callbacks. Grateful for the projects I've booked. Bless. The casting directors need some love. Shout out to the casting directors. And yeah, I think that's it. That's like enough for today. That's enough for today. I don't have to tell you all my life, mate. I don't know. I always go with like the accents and everything, but truthfully, I'm so grateful. Really looking forward to the next show. I am meant to be performing on April 15 in Verdun at the Benelux as the monthly artist, but then I have some conflicts. I have a slight conflict with this audition because if I book this audition, I'm gonna be away working on set back and forth, you know what I mean? But we'll see. I don't think, and this is not me being pessimistic, but I don't think I'm gonna get this role because it just feels like someone who's older when I'm reading. Like, when I read the text, I just imagine someone who's much older than I am. And however, the director of this project seems really nice. He seems really nice. I'd love to work with him. He seems pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know. So, Toulouse, love. Toulouse, darling. Bye-bye. I lied. I'm back. I went cuts and I'm back. I forgot to mention, this is so cool. Okay, so people were really, really, really nice. And it was kind of like, oh, okay. And they were just like, wow, those were really good songs. You're really good, like really good. And listen, I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm not the vocalist of the century. Mariah Carey, slay girl. Dolphin whistle, what the hell. Ariana Grande, what? Miley Cyrus is the best vocalist. Miley Cyrus is the best vocalist ever. I think she's fucking like, wow. Scorpio Moon, you can't get more passionate and more sensitive than that, in my opinion. Like, that's why she eats every cover song she does. Also, Anna Montana, Anniversary, slay. What else was that? That's not even what I was gonna say. Mars and Gemini, ADHD, son of a gun. But yeah, I think I felt very like Avril Lavigne, like, in the early 2000s, like when she was 17, because everyone who spoke to me almost was like, oh my God, your songs were so punk. And complimentary. Your songs were so like Y2K, they were so 90s indie film. To me, that's the best compliment because it's the kind of music I grew up loving and it's what made me fall in love with music. Really, like, growing up in the 90s is such an epic blessing. But like the music scene in the 90s was so alive and inspiring and raw and fun and in your face and like everything. And yeah, like, I was shocked though by people saying your songs are so punk because Look at My Pretty Flower to me is so not punk, you know? And Plastic Bag to me is also not punk. I was trying to play my more like country vibes songs, you know, also. And yeah, it's kind of like the coolest compliment you could get. Your songs were so like punk or like indie vibes of Y2K. Sick, dude. You're so 90s coded. I mean, yeah. Of course I am, darling. I was born in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Look at my hummingbird. Shall we do like a tattoo tour soon? I'm like, anyways, okay, now I'm done. I thought that was really cool. Even my friend Alice was like, yeah, your songs are pretty like punky. And then I had the best mocktail. Because I don't drink. And I had the best mocktail, thanks to my sugar mama, Alice. And it was like chlorophyll with coconut water and like mint or something. And the bartender was a Libra. I love Libras. You're all a menace. Like, I really love Libras, but y'all break my heart sometimes because you fall into my second house, which is value, self-worth, and money. So, love you. Bye.